Today's SC Ready review is on ratios, rates, and proportions. We're going to begin this lesson with a review of ratios and rates. What are equivalent ratios? Equivalent ratios are ratios that represent the same relationship. Here we have 1/3, 2/6, and 4/12. As you can see, the ratios 1/3, 2/6, and 4/12 are equivalent. 2/6 and 4/12 simplify. 2 and 6 share a common factor of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 and 12 share a common factor of 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So as we can see, for every one blue circle, there are 3 red squares. Answer this question in your notes. Find a ratio equivalent to 12/15 with lesser terms. When you're finding a ratio equivalent with lesser terms, that means we're going to use division. We're going to find the greatest common factor of 12 and 15. As we know, the greatest common factor of 12 and 15 is 3. So we're going to divide both of these by 3 to simplify or write our ratio that is equivalent. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 4/5 is equivalent to 12/15. If you have a problem where they want you to find a ratio equivalent with greater terms, then you would use multiplication. Look at this example in your notes. You make a banner 6 feet long to hang behind the desk at the animal shelter. Your friend makes the banner 6 yards long to hang on the outside of the building. Write the ratio of the length of your banner to the length of your friend's banner as a fraction in simplest form. We see that we are making a banner that is 6 feet long, and our friend makes the banner that is 6 yards long. In order for us to write a ratio, we're going to have to make sure that these two numbers are in the same unit of measure. So we have 6 feet for the ratio of the length of our banner to the length of your friend's banner, compared to 6 yards for our friend. We can't have yards. We need to convert that into feet. So we're going to leave our 6 feet. Then we're going to convert our yards into feet. As we can see with our 6 yards, we're going to multiply that by 3 because there are 3 feet in each yard. 6 times 3 will give us 18 feet. Now, the last part of our question tells us to write our answer in simplest form. So we have 6/18. 6 and 18 share a common factor of 6, so that's going to simplify to 1/3. So the ratio of the length of your banner to the length of your friend's banner is 1/3. That means that your friend's banner is 3 times the length of your banner. A rate is a ratio that compares quantities measured in different units. A unit rate is the rate for 1 unit of a given quantity. When a unit rate is written as a fraction, the denominator is 1 unit. The 1 in a unit rate is read as per. Looking at this example in your notes, what is the rate if a car drives 120 miles on 4 tanks of gas? What is the unit rate? We're going to start by writing our rate. Our rate would be 120 miles and 4 tanks of gas. The unit rate means that we have to have a denominator of 1. So if we have 120 miles over 4 tanks of gas, and we want to see how many miles we can drive on 1 tank of gas, we're going to divide by 4. 120 divided by 4 would leave us with 30 miles on 1 tank of gas. Answer this question in your notes. Find the unit rate for 219 heartbeats in 3 minutes. As a rate, This would be written as 219 heartbeats in 3 minutes. Remember, when we have a unit rate, we're trying to find per 1. So we want to know how many heartbeats in 1 minute. So we're going to divide by 3, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 cannot divide into 2, but 3 will divide into 21 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21 with 0 left. Now we bring our 9 down. 3 divides into 9 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9 with 0 left. So that is 73 heartbeats in 1 minute. A unit price is a unit rate that gives the price of one item or the price per item. Look at this example. Here we see this $25 for 4 movie tickets. So what is our rate? Our rate would be $25 over 4 because it costs us $25 for 4 movie tickets. To find the unit price, which is the price per ticket, we're going to write 25 over 4 as our rate and find our unit rate where we want to know the price per 1 ticket. In order to get 4 to become 1, we must divide by 4. So we're going to divide 25 by 4. 4 divides into 25 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. That leaves us with 1. Since we're dealing with money, we need to add our decimal 0. 4 divides into 10 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8 with 2 left. We add another 0 and bring it down. 4 divides into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20 with 0 left. So that means the cost is $6.25 for 1 movie ticket. How do I simplify ratios with fractions? Ratios must have the same units on the top and the bottom. We simplify ratios with fractions just like complex fractions. Rewrite the main fraction bar as a division sign and then divide fractions by multiplying by the reciprocal. So if we have 4/5 inches divided by 6 or over 6 as our complex fraction, we rewrite that as 4/5 divided by 6. Remember, when you're dividing fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. 4/5 times the reciprocal of 6 is 1/6. We multiply straight across. 4 times 1 is 4, and 5 times 6 is 30. We can simplify this fraction because we know 4 and 30 share a common factor. So we're going to divide both of these by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So that is 2/15. Look at this example in your notes. A model boat is 6 1/4 inches wide. The actual boat is 12 1/2 feet wide. What is the ratio of the width of the model boat to the width of the actual boat in simplest form? This time we're going to write our ratio with our model size over our actual size. In this case, it would be 6 1/4 inches over 12 1/2 feet. As we can see here, we're going to have to write this in simplest form, which means we need to have the same unit of measure. Since inches is our smaller unit, we're going to convert 12 1/2 feet into inches. The best way to do this is by going ahead and rewriting this as improper fractions. Therefore, it's going to look like a complex fraction. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25/4 inches. Over 12 1/2, 2 times 12 is 24, plus 1 is 25 1/2 in feet. Again, we have to rewrite this with both inches. So I'm going to leave my numerator as it is, and I'm going to convert 25 1/2 feet into inches. I know there are 12 inches in a foot, so I'm going to multiply by 12. We can cross simplify 2 and 12. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. We then multiply straight across, so we multiply 25 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30, we carry our 3. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 3 15. So that would be 150 inches. Now we have a complex fraction, and in order to write it in simplest form, we have to divide. So that's 25 fourths divided by 150 over 1. Again, when we divide fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 150 over 1 is 1 over 150. We can cross reduce 25 and 150, share 25 as a common factor. 25 divided by 25 is 1, and 150 divided by 25 is going to give us 6. We multiply straight across, and that would be 1/24. How do I find the unit rate when there are fractions in the rate? Again, to find the unit rate, we're going to set up our rate and then divide by the denominator on the top and the bottom of the rate. Remember, when dividing fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. So to set up the first problem, what is your unit rate in miles per hour? That's 3/2 of a mile and 3/4 of an hour. So to solve this problem, we would have 3/2 divided by 3/4, which, as we know with dividing fractions, would be 3/2 times the reciprocal, which is 4/3. We can cross simplify. 3 and 3 share 3, 2 and 4 share 2, and that would leave us with 2 miles in 1 hour. Now let's look at your notes on proportional relationships. What is a proportional relationship? Two quantities x and y have a proportional relationship if y is always a constant multiple of x. Here we see that we are comparing the numbers of circles to the number of squares. This ratio simplifies to 2 over 1. There are 2 times as many circles as squares. Therefore, we see that there is a proportional relationship between the number of circles and the number of squares. We can determine if a table shows a proportional relationship by finding y over x. For example, here we see if we write our ratios, we have 2 over 1, 4 over 2, which simplifies to 2 over 1, 6 over 3, which simplifies to 2 over 1, and 8 over 4, which simplifies to 2 over 1. This table shows proportional relationship. Does this table show a proportional relationship? Well, we're going to write our ratio of y over x. So that's 1 over 5 and 15 over 3. 15 over 3 simplifies to 5 over 1. Therefore, no, this does not show a proportional relationship. We can look at a graph to determine whether or not the graph shows a proportional relationship. Remember, a graph that represents a proportional relationship is a straight line and it passes through the origin. Does each graph show a proportional relationship between y and x? With the first one, we can see yes, it does show a proportional relationship because we have it going through the origin at 0 and it's a straight line. Letter B does not show a proportional relationship because it begins with 1. And letter C does not show a proportional relationship because it is not a straight line. The constant multiple y over x is called the constant of proportionality. Constant of proportionality is also known as unit rate and is solved the same way. So in our table, we see that all of these ratios simplify to 20. So the constant of proportionality is 20. Look at this example in your notes. What is the constant of proportionality for this situation? 45 inches is the height of the column of our shoeboxes. In that column, we see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shoeboxes. So we can divide by 5 to determine how many inches each shoebox is. 45 divided by 5 is 9, so that would be letter B.